Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Rumble Roaches. Essentially, it's Yakuza Kiwami on the Mysterious JG, and we're really focused in on trying to wrap up the story of Mesu King. But oh, hold on, I have the. It shouldn't affect you guys. I think I left the sound on my recording software muted. The sound that goes to me, not the sound that's being captured. So you guys shouldn't have been affected, but I'm just getting the sound for myself. Yeah, I mean, I think we can advance Mesu King further, but we don't really have a specific goal. I guess our goal is to talk to the professor, and we know where he is. So let's wrap this story up. Less than human? Is that what? I suppose glasses frames are less than humans, since humans are, sentient beings with, consciousness and will, and glasses frames are, are not. Is this? Yeah, that's the little kid thing that we can't advance, so. I should have stopped and talked to that girl in the skirt so that I could have been told I was a creep. Pretty sure that the card we just passed by is the one that's sort of wedged into a tight nook that we can't reach, which is why I didn't stop to get it. But yeah, once we finish Mesu King as a quest, I don't think we care about Mesu King cards anymore, unless I can get more completion points, in which case I guess I pick them up as I find them.
Mister, did Hime-chan say something?
Enjoying it with everyone. Ooh, some kind of Mesu King orgy's on its way. Yeah, she was worried since you haven't been at the tutoring center. Have you been skipping out on study sessions, young man?
No way, that's not true. Maybe she just didn't see me. Ha ha, I'm like John Cena. I was there. I wonder why Hime-chan would say that. Ha ha ha.
Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. I should tell you about all the terrible crimes I've committed for the Yakuza, for example.
Sorry. I haven't been going to the tutoring center lately.
Is there a reason?
Until last year, I always went to my grandparents' home to catch bugs during summer break. But this year, I couldn't go back to the countryside because of my tutor center's summer session. I couldn't catch bugs. That's when I found Mesu King in a game center. When I just happened to pass by and see it, I got completely hooked.
Oh, it was the bug aspect, not the hot chicks aspect, huh? Stress builds up quickly if all you do is study. Taking a break can be just as important. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no play.
Yeah, but I got really hooked on it. It even cost me my best friend after I completely destroyed him in a battle.
You've mentioned that, but I don't care. I mean, I don't know the full story.
That's why it became difficult for me to go to the arcade on Theater Avenue or to the tutoring center.
Professor. That's not true, Professor.
Masashi-kun, what are you doing here? Masashi-kun of the Psychic Companions Network? What are you doing here?
Masashi. So is this.
Yeah, he used to be my best friend.
Dots.
Hey, Masashi-kun, what do you mean that's not true?
I didn't leave this place because you beat me at Mesu King. I had to transfer to another town and quit tutoring lessons.
What? That's really what happened? And you didn't think to tell me? So then, do you still play Mesu King?
No, it's for babies. Yeah. I still go to the arcade on Theater Avenue. I'm the #1 player at the arcade.
You're the top player at Theater Avenue.
I heard that the professor was at Nakamachi Street Arcade along with a really strong man.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I couldn't just sit around, so I came here to battle with you.
You came to see me?
Yes, but somehow I think I'm going to be the one who battles him.
Yeah, so what do you say, Professor? You up for a challenge?
Of course.
Or maybe we don't even fight this time, which I'd be fine with, actually.
Goo!
Nerd. You're definitely one of the best, Professor.
Masashi-kun, I'm sorry about that other time.
Professor, I'm sorry about it too.
Looks like you two have made up. Aren't you glad, Professor?
It's thanks to Mesu King and Rumble Roaches and you, mister. Thank you so much. Hey there, mister.
And Masashi, was it?
I'm glad you came to see, Professor. Yeah, if you hadn't been playing Messer King / Rumble Roaches, I don't think I would have come here. Thank you so much, mister. Hey there, mister. It looks like everything's all settled now. Oh yeah, I'd love for a Messer King quest to be over without us having to play another round of Messer King. I'm fine with that. Hey, mister. I have one more request. I want to battle you. Okay? Oh, but it looks like you didn't bring many cards today. Let's have a battle after you get your cards together. Oh, fuck you, game! It is giving me one last bullshit. I haven't gathered enough cards. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get more cards? I guess I don't have enough cards yet. I'll come back when I have a bigger collection. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get more cards? Battle with someone. No, there's no one else to play. Sorry, I'm not playing today. Okay, come back. Yeah, there's no one else to play. I just can't finish this fucking quest without collecting more cards. And I found various cards that, like, I'm not allowed to acquire for some reason. Well, I mean... So we still periodically come across cards that I hadn't noticed before. But the only place I can really think of... Now, it could be that at nighttime those cards are accessible. There's no reason that would be the case. But honestly, the only thing I can think of now is we've never been around, like, the homeless people plot park. Which is it's a big enough map that you can wander around and explore it. Could be we missed some stuff there. We could also say, like, hey, we've won the Mexican quest. Like, we could decide amongst ourselves, you and me together, General Viewer. We could say, yeah, we've won Mexican, because everybody is friends now. We've reunited the two buddies. We don't need to do any more. Well, there's Majima, but he's got nothing special to say. Can I get in a fight with Majima right now? Never mind. They ran off. Oh, Gary-san, what's up? Oh. You want to go to attack me? Nah, I'm on break. Just having a smoke and thinking about shit. You thinking? Yeah, trying to figure out what I've got to do next to get your attention. It ain't easy. Well, apparently you're not going to be involved in Mesukin Quest. And if I'm going to do it, I got to make sure I do it right. With a real nice surprise. Yeah. So if a bad idea strikes you, you best keep me in the loop, Q-chan. What? Okay, I'll let you know if I think of anything. Like, you know, Mesu King, which has taken over my life recently. So yeah, between videos, I can do a Google search for, like, how to acquire these Mesu King cards that I can find with the detector, but can't get. Otherwise, it's like a dead end. I don't know where to go get more cards. And what's really annoying is, if I get more cards, I'm not going to insert them into my deck. It's just going to be because you have to have a certain number of cards before you're allowed to play this opponent. All right. Well, we're not finding Mesu King cards in the homeless park, which makes sense. The homeless would scrounge around and pick them up and either kind of collect them as their own possessions or try to sell them. So I'm hitting all the... And of course, we can go into the secret super casino as well. I wonder if there's Mesu King cards you buy as casino prizes. That might be a thing we're supposed to do. Anyway, Mesu King as a gameplay element, nowhere near interesting enough to justify all this effort. If anyone's wondering.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Oh, wow, look at you. I'm definitely getting some bad boy vibes out of you.
Nani? Bad boy?
You dress like a man with a real presence.
Actually, what I have equipped does seem to make a difference to the hostesses, but not to my actual appearance in game.
The nonchalant demeanor, that scowl that says, don't ask me about my dark past. But those kind eyes that say, I'm really into Mesu King. Yes, amazing.
Badass dads.
You're the very definition of a bad boy.
Hey, hold on a sec. What exactly are you talking about?
Huh? Well, I just think you look like a cool old guy.
So I'm asking, what the heck is this bad boy old guy stuff you keep saying?
Huh? You're the poster boy of a badass dad, yet you don't know what they are? Bad boys are so in right now.
No, I've never heard of them.
I see. You must be the kind of man who becomes a DILF without trying.
DILF suggests something very dirty.
You just rock the look naturally. See, the bad and bad boy is short for badass dad, a middle-aged man who's dangerous yet dandy, rugged but respectable.
Yes, I like to use the dandy attack when I'm playing Nobunaga's Ambition.
Simply put, a cool old guy with a bit of a bad boy streak.
I see.
They're appearing on TV shows, magazines, even in movies. Old men who kick ass have gotten really popular lately.
Oh, I see. I'm kind of a Japanese Charles Bronson.
A Sonny Chiba type, if you will.
I never would have thought, because it never would have occurred to me to waste any mental energy on this whatsoever. Me, a badass dad? How many years did I age in prison?
10. Oh, wait, you didn't ask that out loud, nor is there any way I would have known. Anyway, I'm conducting interviews for a magazine, an article to seek out and determine who are the bad boys of Kamurocho.
Wait, there's an actual criteria for that?
Yes, it's set by the Bad Boy Commission. I'm interviewing the hottest DILFs I can find.
Of course, there's a special type of DILF, a dad that you'd like to fuck outside as opposed to inside, who's known as a DILFO.
They're deciding whether they're true bad boy material. Some men are just trying to ride the bad boy gravy train because it's trendy now, but they're not the real deal. I'm seeking true DILFOs.
I don't really get it, but it sounds really stupid.
I think he's right.
And I would definitely like to interview you. Interested?
I'm interested in this. Me? This town has a ton of bad boys roaming around the streets. Why not stop them?
Well, a lot of the men on these streets aren't bad boys. They're just bad people. It's too dangerous to talk to most of them.
That's true. Almost every male I encounter is willing to attack me on the street for no reason.
So I wandered into this park thinking it'd be safer here.
You know, amongst the homeless. I shouldn't categorize the homeless like that, but no, like a well-dressed young interview lady wandering into a homeless camp because she finds it safer than, like, any other nearby urban block, that does seem odd.
And I was hoping I'd find some more fatherly types here.
You came into West Park thinking it'd be safe?
Well, if I don't do something, the story I've been working on for months will fall through, so please help me out. And besides, if you turn out to be a true bad boy, you'll get a special prize. I'll fuck you. I mean, you are a dad I'd like to fuck. That's what I'm trying to determine here.
Fine. Sorry, I'm not interested in this.
I'm interested in this as Castlevania Symphony of the Night, by the way.
Fine. I'll do it.
Really? It's going to take up a good chunk of your time. Years, in fact. Is that okay?
Yes.
Apparently this is a long side quest, I'm being warned. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you so much.
As long as I get some Messer King cards out of it, it's worth it.
Thank you so much. Well, for starters, can you tell me your name and age?
Sure. Kazuma Kiryu, 37 years old.
You know, if he was bald and had a beard at that age, he'd be a Zerf type Pokemon.
Thank you, Kiryu-san. Pushing 40, huh? That's perfect.
Well, how old are you, bitch?
Well, Kiryu-san, can you tell me what your priorities in life? What your priorities are in life as a badass dad?
My priorities, how are other guys answering?
Let's see, the man I interviewed earlier said he makes sure to wear sunglasses at all times, whether it's midday or midnight.
Oh, I see. You talked to Corey Hart.
He wears his sunglasses at night so he can keep track of the visions in his eyes.
Sunglasses at midnight? He just sounds like an idiot. Or perhaps somebody who's on drugs and is trying to hide his pupils.
That's not true. Some people say that sunglasses are the #1 must-have accessory for bad boys.
Well, then why are you talking to me? I don't have them. I still don't understand exactly what a bad boy is. I guess I had a seizure. And I've lost my short-term memory since she already fucking explained it to me. Well, whatever. What's my #1 priority these days?
My clothes, Majima-san, nothing really. I would have thought that Haruka might have been a choice. Let's say Majima-san. I would imagine we can't fail this.
Let's see. Lately I've had to prioritize Majima-san, though it's not really by choice. Are you going to explain what that is, or?
Ah, Majima-san, who's that?
This guy keeps trying to kill me. There we go.
What? He's trying to kill you? Did you do something to his family or some other horrible thing like that?
No, it's not like that. Once upon a time, I got a little stubborn with him, and he kind of took a shine to me. But now that we fight, I can't afford to pull any punches. And he's everywhere. It's actually kind of annoying.
I'm really glad, actually, that he has a chance to talk about this Majima situation with one of the NPCs. Because the fact that it's never really addressed in the main story, but it's this constant element of the game, it's amazing. But the idea that, like, some random stranger comes up to him and starts accosting him for information, and he finally has a release valve to talk about the fucking insane weirdness of the Majima Everywhere game mechanic, this is fantastic.
Okay, I don't really get it, but he sounds like a hassle.
No, let's talk about it further. Don't brush it off. This is the first chance I've had to talk about this. Yeah, but due to this and that, I haven't seen him for 10 years. I hadn't seen him for 10 years. Even after a decade, he never forgot me.
Oh, this is the sensitive side of Kiryu.
When I think about it that way, it's not half bad.
Hee. I can't tell if you guys are best friends or arch enemies. But it's a complicated relationship only men understand, and I think it's lovely.
I'm a complicated man, and no one understands me but my Goro. Oh, you think so?
You bet. I mean, your answer doesn't even really pertain to what a bad boy prioritizes in his everyday life, but...
Oh, right.
No, it does. The other answers, like, nothing really would have been a cool answer, I guess, but clothes would have been no. The idea is he's a DILFO without effort. He's just naturally a DILFO. And I'm going to insist on adding O and making it DILFO.
It's okay. Why don't we move on to the next question?
Sure.
Okay. Then, Kiryu-san, my next question is...
Howdy, folks. Hang on there for a dang old minute.
Yes?
I've been listening to you kids talking about bad boys and whatnot. You want a real band? No one beats the boss.
But the boss is a woman. Perhaps you're thinking of Big Boss, the person who defeated her.
Oh, a bad boy boss man, you say?
You stay put. I'll go fetch him.
Ugh. She did say this would be a time commitment. I can see us putting 2 videos into this nonsense.
Oh man, how to make him talk? He's just gonna... He's the florist.
Hey, Kiryu, getting interview day. You've sure got a lot of free time on your hands all of a sudden. Well, she practically begged me to do it.
So you're this boss that man was talking about? I've been working on a story to find the best bad boys of Kamurocho. But doughy guys showing off their midsection is not really the answer. Oh, you don't have to explain. I watched the whole thing.
Huh?
So, miss, do you want to interview me too?
May I? That open robe, that scent of tobacco. I'm sensing an aura of badassery from you just as strong as Kiryu's. Do you suppose we could have some kind of DILFO three-way? Actually, you may be an even badder boy than Kiryu-san.
Nani?
You think?
I don't really get it, but why do I feel slighted?
May I have your name?
Oh, you can just call me the florist.
The florist? Okay, that's not really badass, but... Well, then I'm going to continue my interview with the both of you, Kiryu-san and Mr. Florist.
Wouldn't that be florist-san?
Hi. Nani. Hi.
Let me ask both of you, do you have an interesting bad boy story you can share?
Nani.
Something like a heroic exploit?
Sure, if you have something. Mr. Florist, would you care to share first?
Let's see. I was walking in town the other day when a young thug and a woman tried to mug me. Demanded my wallet and everything.
Oh my gosh, were they targeting you for being an older man?
Whatever. Yep. But unlucky for him, my job is eavesdropping and taking candid photos, so I had his dirty laundry on the spot. Stuff like his purchase history of pornography, the identity of his favorite sex worker, and the most recent sex he'd enjoyed with said worker. Some real kinky shit. Then his little partner in crime got disgusted. She said, "You sick bastard. I can't believe it." Then they started to argue, and I went along my merry way.
Matt, you're pretty brutal sometimes. Of course, my badass story involves beating the fuck out of everyone I meet. But it's not quite as artful as his story.
You've got your fists, I've got my facts. Though to be fair, the girl was cheating on the thug with multiple guys.
Wait, Can we back this up? Candid photos, eavesdropping, that's your job? What exactly?
Yeah, I would have thought she'd be interested in that part.
Oh, do you really want to know? No. I'm just going to pretend I never heard all that. But that incident does qualify you for bad boy status. Okay, Kiryu-san, what about you?
Yeah.
Heh, Kiryu, think you can beat my badass story? Bad boy story?
You kind of know that Kiryu-kun, Kiryu-san, the combination halfway between Kiryu-san and Kiryu-kun is Kiryu-kun. Or I suppose perhaps Kiryu-san. The florist of all people already knows that Kiryu's got some badass stories. A bad boy story. Let's see. I went on a rampage at a funeral. I was in a joint for 10 years. I beat up punks on a daily basis. I don't know which... I mean, as far as being a bad boy, 10-year prison term is pretty badass. The most interesting one to me is that he went on a rampage at a funeral. I don't know how appealing that is to someone who wants to find a DILFO. Beating up punks on a daily basis is so second nature to Kiryu. I don't know if he'd even mention it. This is the one I feel like is the worst answer, but it's also the one I'm most interested in hearing their reactions to. Not long ago, I went on a rampage at my ex-boss's funeral.
What? At such a somber time? Why exactly would you do that?
I was falsely accused of shooting someone and got surrounded by men who were ordered to kill me. This is the best storyline ever. I love DILFOs. Mysterious JG 2023. And someone I trust told me to escape, so I had no choice.
Sorry to butt in. Was this really at a funeral service?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I get that it was a bizarre situation, but going wild at a funeral isn't being badass. That's just disrespectful.
I thought that's what badassery was. Badassfully.
Then again, based on what you've already told me, you're either senseless or outright insane. Think before you act.
Yeah, I didn't think this was the right answer, but... well, that's... You just read them like a book, miss.
Anyway, no matter what the reason, don't go rampaging at funeral services anymore, or anywhere for that matter.
Yeah, I got it. I feel like all of his answers about being a badass, she would have said, like, violence isn't what makes you a badass dad or whatever.
I'm moving on to the next question. Next question is... who were you falsely accused of murdering? Because that actually sounds interesting.
Oh, Date. Yeah, now there's a badass dad. Is that Date-san? Oh, Kiryu and the florist. Hey, guys. Date-san, what are you doing here? I was actually looking for Mezuking cards. I can't advance that Mezuking storyline without 'em, baby. Just out on a quick patrol. What are you guys up to? I'm being interviewed as a bad boy old guy. Come again.
Are you a friend of Kiryu-san?
No, he is clear. Okay, I'm going to say it. Date is the bad boy old guy. The florist, kind of a fun character. I don't know what he has to do with the storyline. Date, I mean, I guess we can't bring in, like, the bald head Yakuza guy, because he'd be a fun character in this situation, but he's main story and he's kept serious, which I think is the right call. Like, having him be a part of the silly side stories would be bad. It would undermine the seriousness of the main story, and they do a good job of generally segregating those out. So if you needed a third guy to be here, there's probably people I would have chosen over the florist, but Date, he is the bad dad, for sure. Yeah, this is Date-san. He's a cop.
Oh, a cop? I'm currently interviewing men for a magazine, ...
This all ends with, like, this girl having the most amazing DILF three-way of her life. I'm sorry, my mind is going to dirty places today, but she is basically interviewing about, like, a thing that, like, the current panty dropper trend for young women in the city is tough old dudes. That's what this is about. It's not quite as overtly sexual as I'm making it for my own amusement, but it is covertly that sexual. So you're fighting the badass gods of Kamurocho, eh?
Yes, older men are in right now, tough guys with a heart of gold, like Kiryu-san and Mr. Florist here. Everyone from teeny boppers to grandmothers are going wild for silver foxes on the silver screen.
Now that you mention it, baby,
Saya was telling me just the other day. All the girls are into old guys.
Saya-chan, is that your daughter?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, wait a minute. Does that mean Saya's into guys like Kiryu and the florist?
Well, I mean, of course she is. It's called the Electra Complex. She can't literally be into you, so she's trying to find people like you.
Oh, okay. I guess I can accept that. I've grown to accept, although somewhat begrudgingly, and I don't like it, my daughter's burgeoning sexuality. Well, this conversation's got a lot more real than I expected.
I already knew about all of this. Not only am I able to monitor your activities, I'm even able to read your inner thoughts. Also, JG can't remember what voice the florist had, and feels like another major plot character already talks like this. I'm losing it. Sometimes I just tickle myself. I'm loving this storyline, though. I never knew I would be so excited about DILFOs. Mysterious JG 2023.
Yes, I think that's exactly what she was saying.
You know, I don't think Date's excited about it. He could certainly do worse with a son-in-law than Kiryu. Kiryu way too old for his daughter, but as far as like keeping her safe, well, I shouldn't say that. Kiryu is the kind of guy, like if you're in a relationship with Kiryu, you're going to get killed as part of a main plot story event to make things dramatic. No, she can't. I do not approve, baby. I don't want to deal with these slap nuts right here. They're not players like I am. Besides, I'm the very definition of a badass dad. You guys aren't bad at all. Nani, you're the police officer here. Do enlighten us, Date-san. How are you anything but a Boy Scout through and through? No, I'm a detective. Sometimes I don't play by the rules, but I get results. Oh, I was joking, but that is exactly what he's saying. I was joking. I hadn't read the dialogue yet, but that's exactly what... No, I'm a loose cannon cop. A maverick of the police force. I'm always taking heat for the chief for defying orders, baby. He refers to me inexplicably as McCloud. He's like, McCloud! What are you doing, McCloud? I'll be like, hey, chief, I gotta do what I gotta do to protect the rights of the innocent. You wrecked 3 vans in that chase, McCloud. You done thousands of dollars of damage to the city. I'm just doing my job, Chief. If you want my badge, I'll give it to you right now, but I'll never stop fighting for the people of the city. That's basically Date right there. On top of that, I got drunk and failed to meet up with my daughter the other day. That also makes him a DILFO. I'm surprised at how much I'm enjoying this. Nani? Does that qualify as being a bad boy? If that's the case, I forgot my friend's birthday one time. Fuck! This is great. Kiryu now competing to be a bigger douchebag than Date. Then check this out. I forgot my wife's anniversary. And I can read people's minds. And I still managed to forget.
Excuse me. If you 3 are trying to prove how much of a bad boy you are, this is having the opposite effect. Next you're going to tell me Date went nuts at a funeral.
Well, he actually is the one who got me out of that funeral alive. Oh, I'll bet.
Come on. That's not what being a badass dad is all about.
Well, enlighten us. Why don't you woman explain to us how to be a bad boy dad? This is the best ever. I gotta call it a video. It could be that like we're one line of dialogue away from wrapping this up, but I gotta call it a video. I've lost all track of where I am as far as... I don't think this is a weekend... For those watching these as they go up, I don't think this is like breaking up an entire weekend upload where I'm creating a cliffhanger for the bad dad scenario. If so, I apologize, but I'm loving this, and I hope you're loving it too. I'll catch you guys next time with more of what it takes to be a true bad dad, baby. Apple pie, a mother's eye. She's a whore. No, sorry, I got that all wrong. It was it's a Norm Macdonald bit. Like you look up Norm Macdonald, Jerry Seinfeld, getting coffee, whatever. He plays it up bigger than it really was. But there's this scene from an old Kojak episode because I saw some YouTube mashup where they took Norm Macdonald relating this story from a Kojak episode to the actual Kojak scene, and Norm plays it up bigger than it is. I should save it for next time, but I'll give it to you now just in case it has to hold you for a week since I said I've lost track. There's some hookers are being murdered across the city. So So Kojak and his new partner, who is the green rookie in the force, is sent to go interview the mother of the victim, who is a prostitute who's been murdered. And the rookie comes back and says, "Oh yeah, no, you'll be surprised. Like, it turns out this girl wasn't even a prostitute. She was an upstanding girl. Her mom said." And according to Norm Macdonald says, "Yeah." Oh god damn, I can't remember now what the actual line. I'm trying to get the line right. 4th of July, apple pie. She was a hooker. Anyway, I don't know why. I'm just in a jolly mood now, and it's all thanks to DILFOs. I love DILFOs. Mysterious JG 2023. Catch you guys next time.